All right, we're back. Um, so I did a video recently about just, I guess, trying to make it through difficult times and stuff like that. Um, and I thought that I just kind of wanted to expand upon that a little bit. So I got basically three different mantras that are helping me right now, trying to make it through some difficult shit, frustrating kind of situation and whatnot. The first one, all things pass. The second one is brick by brick. And the third one is standardize before you optimize. So, got my little notes here. Go on the first one. All things pass. With just kind of the nature of a difficult time, it's really easy to get stuck into the thought process that this is just kind of it. Like, this is my life right now. And this is just gonna be my life. And the reality of it is, this is not the case. All things pass. Time will pass. These situations that we're facing right now will pass. We still have to do the work to get through it. So, for instance, if you are dealing with like a difficult situation at work, right? For me personally, right, with the type of work that I do, if it's like a difficult call that I'm doing, even though I'm like, damn, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? This customer, whatever might be pain in the ass to deal with. I still understand as long as I do the work that I have to do while I'm here, the call will end. And I'll either be on to the next one or I'll be going home. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be out there forever. Even if it's like, you know, I'm on call and I get a late night service call or something like that. It's not going to be forever. Yeah, I might be out late. Yeah, it might be difficult as fuck. It might be some bullshit. But I'm not going to be out there forever. It's going to pass. It's going to end. And we'll be on to the next. And that's just kind of the nature of things. Again, you still have to do the work. Like, I can't just show up to the call, not do anything, and then just expect it to just go away. I still have to do the work I have to do to get through it. But once I do that, it is what it is. It's gonna pass. That's just how things are. It's the same with the difficult times. So when you're going through difficult shit, a lot of times you're focusing on that, and it's like a big thing in your life. And so every other little difficult situation that you face feels a lot more difficult, just because you got other shit on your plate already. And so understanding that the big shit that's on your plate will pass, things will get easier, but also the little difficult shit that you're dealing with, it's not that deep, it'll pass as well. You just have to make sure you're doing the work, showing up the way you need to kind of speed the process along so you're not stretching things out. The second point, brick by brick, or second mantra, brick by brick. So this is a Will Smith quote that I remember hearing. I think he was in like an interview or something like that. And he was talking about how his dad had him and his brother like basically build this wall. And it took them like they tore down a wall and they had to build another one just like literally from the ground up. And it took them like a year and a half, just him and his little brother. And he said what he learned from that is that when he first saw just how big the project was, he was like, dude, we're never going to be able to do this. Like this, there's never going to be a wall here, especially because we're going to have to do all this fucking work and it's just a big, massive project. But as they started to kind of focus on just laying one brick as best as you possibly can, eventually a year and a half later they laid the final brick and they were done with the situation. It's kind of the same thing in life when you're trying to build something. So when you're in a difficult situation, whatever it is you're facing, the reality of it is we still got to get shit done. Right? Because if we don't do anything at all, we stay stuck in the same, situation, and it's easy for us to get kind of stuck in a rut if we're not working towards something. If we're going through a difficult situation, we're not working on anything. We're not trying to keep our mind active. We're not trying to do anything to also just kind of take our mind off the difficult situation, because if you're just thinking about it all the time, it's not healthy. But if we're not doing anything like that, it's real easy to get stuck in a rut, and it's real hard to get yourself out of it. Or even if you are in a rut as a result of the difficult situation, it's best to work towards something, I think, personally, what's helped me. So in doing that, there's a lot of things that I'd like to achieve, and I'm sure there's things that you guys want to achieve as well. But when you think about where you want to be in that particular space, whatever, maybe like the next 10 years or something like that, like, it's kind of fucking massive. And so for me to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna hop off the porch and be doing all these great things that I want to be doing, it's a lot. So it just doesn't make sense to overwhelm yourself with this really big idea, when really you could just break it down into smaller steps. And it's a lot easier to work on those smaller steps and just kind of take it piece by piece or brick by brick, and focus on just doing the best that you can on a smaller scale. So like he was talking about, lay the brick you're laying down, make sure that is the best laid brick on the face of the earth. Do the best job you can with just taking that one step, just trying to push the needle forward every single day, and eventually you're gonna be there. It may take time, it may take fucking year and a half, it might take 10 years, however long it takes, but at the end of the day, you still just got to keep working on it. And again, one of the things that's helping me kind of get through this difficult time, especially when I'm trying to do new shit, and keep doing the same shit that I'm doing right now, is really, I am trying to lay a foundation. But it's like, you don't necessarily feel like doing a whole lot. So you have to kind of remind yourself, like, these things that I'm trying to work on, they may be really big projects and they may take me a whole lot of time. And it may be easy again to just kind of be like, that's a whole lot of shit I'm not trying to focus on right now. I have all these other things on this other side, that I'm trying to focus on, i.e. the difficult situation. And it can make it a lot harder to focus on the things that you really do need to be making progress in. And that's how you can kind of fall off track. But when you just try to simplify it and not let yourself get overwhelmed with the huge picture, I find that it just makes it a lot easier to just focus on the smaller steps. Number 3, standardize before you optimize. I think that is out of Atomic Habits, if I'm not mistaken, which I'm reading through that right now. But I feel like, again, with going through the difficult time, right? Sometimes you have to start new shit. Like, again, we still got to get stuff done. And I think that it's, again, healthy, because if all you're doing is just focusing on the difficult situation and nothing else, it's not healthy, I don't think. It puts your mind in a very negative space. So I think you just got to give yourself shit to focus on. Like, even a lot of times what people do, work through shit, hit the gym, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, pick up a hobby, whatever it is you need to do to try to take your mind off of it. But it's not self-destructive, you know what I'm saying? It's building yourself up, because at the end of the day, the situation will pass. You want to put yourself in the best position you can once this situation does pass, so you can get back on track and you can start winning. But you're even more ahead now because you spent this downtime that you have with this difficult situation working on yourself, right? One of the things, though, again, is like, if you're starting a new thing, I've personally struggled with analysis paralysis, where I see this task that I want to get started on, and I want to make sure I'm doing the best possible job I can as soon as I get started to minimize the fuck ups, right? But the reality of that is the fuck ups are where you learn. And so you also can't plan for all the fuck ups. You just have to kind of go into it and steadily fuck up to learn. But if you don't ever take that first step, because you're sitting here trying to overanalyze every single possibility of what could go wrong and how to try to mitigate all that stuff before you even get started, you're setting yourself up to fail. You just won't get started, and you just get stuck, and then you'll feel even worse, and you'll be frustrated, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff. So for instance, like soon I'm planning to launch a social media page, right? It's not something that I've done a whole lot of in the past, but I had to catch myself, because I was like, oh yeah, I need to research the best hashtags to use and research the best descriptions to use and keywords and all this other shit. And it's like, yeah, those are important things, and I do need to make sure that they are good, but why do I have to have all of that done immediately? Like, if I started perfectly, then I wouldn't learn anything throughout the journey. And also, how can I start perfectly if I've never done this before? So what's helping me is just, again, trying to standardize before I optimize, which is basically get comfortable just doing the thing first before you start trying to make it the best thing in the world. And so it's like, you start with your MVP, the minimum viable product, which is like, I have, posts that don't look like shit. I have hashtags that aren't complete shit. I have descriptions that aren't complete shit. I have the minimum viable product, and then I just focus on churning that out until I get semi-comfortable with that. And then I can start being like, all right, maybe I need to work on my hashtags, or not, even if I don't even know if that shit's even used anymore. Or maybe I need to work on my descriptions, whatever the case. Like, I can sit here and study whatever I need to, but like systematically trying to improve, as opposed to just all at once. Like, for instance, I have notes now. When I was just recording the fucking videos, my first video, I fucked up. Like I said, I fucked up the whole first video. Sat here for like 30 minutes, recorded the video, didn't have any of my shit right, had to scrap that one, record another one, and it was just off the dome. It was all over the place, and I'm still all over the place, but I have notes now, which kind of helped me a little bit better to kind of stay a little bit more on track. But trying to get comfortable just sitting down and recording, because this is a new thing for me. Before I'm trying to optimize to the fullest, and you know what I'm saying, like, I'm not really planning to edit these videos too much. I'm not really trying to overcomplicate this. I'm just trying to sit down and get comfortable recording in front of, speaking in front of a camera and doing all this other stuff before I start trying to take it to the max. So, just trying to standardize before you optimize has been something that's really been helping me a lot. And then again, focusing on the minimum viable product, which has been a major help for me to combat analysis paralysis when trying to make sure you have all the answers to every possibility. You're not gonna have all that. You don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're just trying to make excuses, and you're trying not to fuck up, but you gotta fuck up. You gotta make mistakes. You gotta look fucking stupid. You gotta do all that shit, because if you don't, you're not gonna be good at what you're trying to do. Check my little notes real quick. I think that's everything, y'all. I think that's everything. Again, don't want to yap too much, but those are the three things, three mantras, sayings, whatever, quotes right now that are helping me in this difficult time. Hopefully that can help y'all. We're gonna get through this shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that's light work. But y'all stay hydrated, man. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Y'all take care.